stolen promotion, a silent office, and one email that made the entire HR floor stand up and clap. That's how the legend of Malik Carter, the Black Customer Experience (CX) analyst who turned corporate injustice into a masterclass, begins. If you've ever watched a coworker leapfrog you up the ladder and felt that gut punch of doubt, this story is for you. Buckle up, and by the end of this inspirational story, you'll be able to drop one word in the comments that defines true leadership in your eyes. But what really happened? Malik, 29, lived and breathed customer data. At Sentia Tech, a mid-sized SaaS firm in Austin, he mapped every click, churn risk, and net promoter score like a symphony. His cube walls were plastered with color-coded journey maps, and his dashboards helped save $2 million in annual account renewals. Across the aisle sat Chase Whitman, 31, white, gregarious, a former fraternity vice president whose superpower was loud confidence. Chase called himself a relationship guy, leaving the crunchy analytics to numbers people like Malik. By Q3, HR announced a new role, CXM program lead, responsible for unifying product support, success, and voice of customer initiatives. Everyone knew Malik's resume screamed perfect fit. HR scheduled final interviews. Malik prepped a data-driven roadmap, AI-powered sentiment analysis, proactive churn alerts, experience scorecards. Chase? He riffed on big-picture synergy and laser-focused customer joy. 2 weeks later, the email hit inboxes at 8:01 a.m. Congratulations, Chase Whitman, our new CXM program lead. In the break room, Malik's coffee felt heavier than cement. Coworkers traded uneasy glances. Even Malik's manager, Priya Singh, looked blindsided. Chase swaggered over, tossed Malik a wink, and said, "No hard feelings, buddy. Leadership says I've got the soft skills." No mention of Malik's 3 years of award-winning dashboards or the fact that he'd trained Chase on the CRM tool 6 months earlier. Malik's first reaction wasn't rage, it was self-doubt. Were my slides too technical? Did my accent slip? Maybe I'm not management material. At home, his fiancée Evelyn found him midnight scrolling job boards. "Malik, leaving won't fix the system," she whispered. "Show them what they lost." He decided to stay, but not stay silent. First mission, gather receipts. 1 month into Chase's leadership, cracks formed. A Fortune 500 client, Aeronova, threatened to cancel its $5 million renewal after an integration flop. Slack threads blew up. Chase organized vibes boost meetings, but skipped the root cause analysis. Priya quietly asked Malik to peek at the data, off the record. In 24 hours, Malik discovered 37% of Aeronova's tickets flagged high severity were stuck in a loop because Chase had paused the AI routing rules Malik built. Customer sentiment scores had plummeted from 72 to 44 in 3 weeks. A churn predictive model Malik previously deployed, but Chase labeled overkill, had forecast the meltdown 9 days before it happened. Malik updated a private dashboard and stared at the red trend lines. Chase's soft skills narrative was burning down real revenue. An idea ignited. Let the numbers talk. Publicly. Malik booked a CXM Health Check Lunch and Learn on the company calendar. He invited 110 reps, product managers, and HR. Chase RSVP'd maybe. To prep, Malik built a live AI demo on a sandbox dataset mirroring Aeronova's sentiment bot scraping support calls in real time. Predictive churn gauge updating every 60 seconds. A what-if slider showing revenue risk when AI routing rules are disabled. Chase's exact change. Evelyn coached him on storytelling. Open with the crisis, humanize the customer, prove the fix, end with a vision. Malik rehearsed until sunrise. Wednesday, 12:05 p.m. Conference room B overflowed. People leaned against walls, laptops balanced on pizza boxes. Chase strutted in late, Starbucks in hand. Malik clicked to slide 1, a single number, $5 million, in blood-red font. "This is the revenue leaving our pipeline if we don't change today. Let me show you why." He ran the AI demo live. The audience watched sentiment bars flip from green to crimson as mock tickets hit the queue without routing. A hush fell. Malik: "We disabled these rules on September 3rd. Notice the spike in unresolved Tier 1 issues within 48 hours. He scrubbed the timeline. Graphs exploded upward. Chase interjected, "Data is great, but relationships..." Malik: "And relationships rely on trust. Let's gauge Aeronova's trust." He moved the churn slider to 20%. The revenue gauge dropped $1 million. Gasps erupted. Slide 10 displayed an email thread. Chase, approving the deactivation for workflow simplification. Malik highlighted it, but didn't gloat. Priya broke the silence. Chase, why wasn't leadership aware of this risk? Chase stammered about iterative experimentation. Malik closed with a vision deck, re-enable AI routing, launch sentiment dashboard across all enterprise accounts, pilot proactive NPS outreach, he already coded the triggers, estimated churn reduction, 60%, revenue retention, $3 million, implementation time, 72 hours. He ended on the company's value slide, data-driven decisions, customers first. Then he looked right at HR's director, Laura Jacobs. We wrote that value together. Today's the day we act on it. The room erupted in spontaneous applause, except from Chase, who slid lower in his chair. By 4 p.m., Laura summoned Chase and Malik. Priya joined. Laura's tone was icier than the break room freezer. Chase, halting critical CX workflows without a contingency violated policy. Malik, your initiative preserved a Fortune 500 client. Human Resources initiated a formal review. Next morning, Slack pinged company-wide. Leadership update. Effective immediately, Malik Carter appointed interim CXM program lead. Chase was reassigned to a non-client-facing internal enablement role. Rumor said HR mandated inclusive leadership training for all managers. Malik's first act as lead. Send a message titled Momentum. Team, we turned data into trust yesterday. Thank you. Here's the 72-hour recovery plan, already in motion. Day 1, AI routing back online. Day 2, sentiment dashboard live. Day 3, proactive NPS outreach. He ended with a line Evelyn suggested. Promotions can be taken, purpose can't. Let's serve customers like they're reading every metric, because they are. 2 weeks later, Aeronova's vice president of customer success surprised Cynthia's all hands via Zoom. She thanked the analyst who caught the storm before it hit. She also announced expanding their contract by 15%. Malik's inbox flooded with kudos. But the message that hit hardest came from Chase. Hey Malik, I missed what 110 really means. You reminded me customers feel the numbers we ignore. Could you mentor me on data literacy? Malik reread it twice. Then he replied, happy to share what I know. It's how we all win. Malik's story isn't about revenge. It's about restoration, of value, dignity, and a culture that measures people by impact, not volume. Drop one word in the comments that defines true leadership in your eyes. Let's build a vocabulary of respect, one data point at a time. When prejudice closed a door, Malik opened a dashboard, and the numbers spoke louder than bias. Like, share, and subscribe for more real-world comebacks where justice isn't just preached, it's documented. See you in the next story.